Hello people of YouTube, Mishka Valhalla here. I am out having yet another fire, and today, my friends, I wanted to get back into the runes. Today we are going to talk about the rune Hagal, and the rune Hagal is the rune of trials, the rune of death. Hagal also means hail, like hailstorm. Hagal is the destructive fire that burns us and forces us to grow. It is the fire that bends us and allows us to reach higher forms of consciousness and awareness. We will always experience trials and disruptions in our lives. We will always experience storms that we cannot control. Storms that completely disrupt the entire environment, if not the entire world. Each individual faces Hagal in their day-to-day lives. They're always forced with something that allows them to move their bodies and to exercise their mind and to essentially move forward in their lives and to evolve. In order for things to change and for things to last, there must be great disruption. Things must be reborn. Things must be reconstructed to a better version of what it once was. Much like how Odin hung himself on the tree of life, sacrificing himself to himself in order to achieve greater wisdom and greater awareness. Hagal is often associated with the goddess Hela, who is the great goddess of the underworld, her body forming the underworld itself, as well as being an individual entity. Hela being a goddess of death, she symbolizes a very important stage in our lives, our deaths, essentially the opposite of our birth. And in a way, if we are going from an ancient standpoint, when it comes to spirituality, the belief is that it is far from over. When one dies, it is only the beginning of another cycle, and they must continue their journey, but essentially go through an epic change that changes their entire existence forever. And contrary to popular belief, Hela is not a negative entity. In fact, she is known to be, the goddess of death and the underworld itself, but also a caring entity, an entity that takes care of the dead and keeps them close. However, the whole point of death is the rune Hagal. It is a gateway. When you look at the rune Hagal, it looks like an H, but in a way it also looks like a gateway. Sort of, a parallel reality, sort of entering one state of consciousness to the next, whether it be life into death or vice versa. Like many things, death is a gateway that forces great change upon us. The storm may rage on, and it may seem out of everyone's control, and in a way it is. That's what Hagal represents. The calamities that are out of our control, the great changes in life and in the world around us. As the storm passes over, it may destroy many things, but at the end of the tunnel, there are greater things to look forward to, and that's what Hagal represents. It's like the storm that rages over the mountains and destroys the land before it. The land may be destroyed, or a forest may be burned, but they will always be reborn from the ashes. Greater new things always come from destruction. And that's why there cannot be chaos without order, and there cannot be order without chaos. And that's one of the many things that Hagal represents. Anyway, I'm going to cut this video on Hagal. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I have two channels that I recommend. One is called The Pagan Planet, and another one is called Old Norse Paganism. Please check those channels out. I will leave a link in the description. Without any further ado, please stay safe, everybody. Hail the gods and the spirits, and may your ancestors keep you safe. Thank you.